Hey everybody, so I'm making this video today. If you've seen the thumbnail, road trips don't always go as planned. First off, I'm okay. I didn't have anybody with me. The driver of the other vehicle, I called, they said they thought he was okay. He left an ambulance. I will tell you a little bit on their accident. He was going the wrong way, running about 50 when he hit me in the truck. Now luckily I was barely moving when I turned onto that road. He was going the wrong way up a 4-lane. He hit pretty hard. The truck came about a foot off the ground, but I'm all right. My neck's a little sore, but back's a little sore. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Get that out of the way. So I've traveled a lot across the country picking up cars and parts and this and that and the other, and I've been through some pretty sketchy situations, and this is the first time I've ever been in an accident, and I didn't care much for it. When he hit me, the truck probably came a foot off the ground. He was rolling pretty good. I got out, went to try to assist him a little bit, but he was kind of sketching me out a little bit. I didn't know if he was reaching for something, so the police had gotten reports that he was on the wrong side of the road for a couple miles. So as soon as he hit me, the state troopers were there, 2 or 3 cops. So I'm glad he hit me, and what I mean by that is people, I wouldn't want to get hit, but I was in a big truck. He's in a big Dodge truck. If he'd hit a family or some kids or a mom and a daughter or a mom and a son in a small Honda or something like that, this could have been 100 times worse than it could have been. To me, this truck's replaceable. It's just a car. I don't really, when it comes down to getting hurt cars or anything material, I don't give a shit about when it comes to stuff like that. They're just objects. They're replaceable. It don't mean much. So yeah, I was able to get the wrecker driver when he finally got there with a rollback to get his truck loaded up. I asked him to help me pull the front bumper out. They wanted me to try to move the truck, and I couldn't turn the wheel. I don't know how, the grace of God, the coolant tanks didn't explode on my truck. I was able to limp this truck home 400 some miles with messed up front suspension, and I'm pretty sure a bent frame. I know the axle housing's bent. I got negative camber on the passenger side on a solid axle, which is, to me, completely insane. It did drive like complete and utter ass, but it did make it home. Ford tough, I guess. Was towing a car behind me. Had it strapped down really well. Still on the trailer. Now that trailer, I said I've never been in accidents. I've had 2 semi-trucks at rest stops. Sleeping at night, hit this trailer. I was rear-ended one time going to Atlanta in this aluminum trailer, and it's still in one piece, and it's no damage so far. This is the first, like I said, I've probably traveled hundreds of thousands of miles around the country, North Carolina to Utah, and Utah to Cali, and Cali to Kentucky, and just trips everywhere, picking up cars and parts. And so the trip started out pretty normal. I did get aggravated going Atlanta traffic and stuff like that. So it took a little longer to get to South Carolina. I met some friends down there, picked up some parts. I had breakfast with some friends in the morning and went up to North Carolina, picked up this car from a buddy up there, and I headed over to Charlotte, North Carolina from Fayetteville to pick up some parts for the Lightning truck. That was awesome, the parts I got to pick up for my truck. Thanks for that deal on those parts. That was amazing. So that's going to help put my Lightning back together eventually. So in between Rockingham and Charlotte, shit happens. I'm still here. Truck's still drivable, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. I'll show you guys the truck. I haven't really touched it other than take the bumper off the truck. They said I can't do anything without the accident report or whatever until I do the estimate and all this stuff. So we'll see. But stuff like this, it's a lose-lose for everybody. Say they total the truck. Okay, I'm out. Another $4,000 for sales tax. Have to buy another truck. Interest rates are higher now, so I'm more interest rates. They fixed the truck. I'm at a 25 to 30% loss at diminished value because it's now got a brand new truck with a Carfax hit. It's got 8,900 miles on it. Let me know if y'all want it fixed. Would you take it fixed? Something that was hit that hard. The truck really don't look that bad, but the passenger side wheel's back 3 inches. The fender's inside the door. There's a fender, kind of like a fender apron on a Super Duties. It's inside. It's a big square channel aluminum tube that runs down and around under the headlight over to the frame rail. There's an upper and a lower. The lower's bent really bad, so that bent the upper and kicked the fender down into the door. So that has to come off, and that's welded to the cab of the truck. They spot weld from the factory and use bolts. In order to repair that, you take the bolts out, you drill that factory spot weld out, and then the repair for aluminum cab is you drill and rivet that back in. Would you want your frame rail held in by rivets on the front of the truck? I don't know. You tell me. So when it hit that side, it kicked the other one over. So the gap in the driver's side hood is really wide and tight at the back. So that tells me the whole front is over towards the driver's side. The wheel on the driver's side sticks out about 2 inches past the fender, and it's inside the fender about 2 inches on the passenger side. So everything shifted when he hit to the driver's side of the truck. The steering wheel is straight up and down like this. I mean, the cruise buttons are like this. So imagine driving that home, 200 or 300 or 400 miles, doing 55 or whatever. Wasn't going very fast, I can tell you that. Just fast enough to get it home. But it did make it. Again, Ford tough, I guess. I'll show you all what the truck looks like. Again, I'm all right. They told me they thought he was okay. I didn't know for sure. I know he left in an ambulance. There's way more to that, but I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Going the wrong way up a 2-lane. You can use your imagination and kind of figure out how he was physically and mentally, and wasn't a good day for him. So let's check this out real quick. Again, I hope he's all right. Accidents happen, but it is what it is. So first off, here's Miss Baker. What are you doing this morning? Huh? She said out hanging out. She said you was gone 3 days. All right, here's the beast. Bumperless beast. Now we'll start off. Driver's side tire. See how far that sticks out now? Didn't used to do that. Used to fit inside the fender. Or flush mounted. Passenger side. No tire sticking out. We have negative camber on the front tire. Probably about 2 or 3 degrees. It's pretty bad. Now when I hit, my tire was turned and the brunt of his front bumper hit the face of this tire somewhere. So that tire probably should be replaced. 50 mile an hour impact on a tire. And when it did that, it come in here and you can see where the tire hit the frame right there. And it looks like the frame is kind of buckled a little bit right in here. I know the bottom of it's wrinkled really bad down there as well. So we got the headlight for sure, bumper for sure, grill for sure, fender for sure. You can see the fender right in here is up inside the door, probably about a 1/2 inch. I can't open the door, so that's pretty bad. The hood is toast. Let's shut that real quick. So you see right here where it's wrinkled and overlapped. It's aluminum hood, so they're not supposed to fix that. Now it's not that bad. You probably could, but here's the problem. When you shut the hood, you see right here where this is kicked up. It basically, when it hit there, it's buckled in here somewhere. This whole understructure shot. So you can see the gap, how wide it is up through here. That's bent really bad. And then when you come over here, the gap isn't too bad here, but when you come back here, right here, the hood is almost touching the fender now. It wasn't like that before. So that's pretty bad. And I've got a major gap here now that I didn't have before. The steering wheel, this is kind of what I was talking about. It's straight up and down with the wheel straight. So something in that front suspension. I know the axle housing got to be bent. They have negative camber. It's pretty screwed up. I'm gonna open the hood again, kind of show you what I'm talking about as far as, oops, sorry, you don't want to get that close to that piece underneath the hood. Now, this is what I'm talking about through here. This big square tube, it runs down and under and goes behind the headlight, and it's all smashed and bent, pushed back right in here, and it's also ripped back in here pretty bad. So yeah, wow, I thought this was aluminum. How's that rusted? Something in there's got to be metal of some sort. It's kind of weird. Huh, maybe that fender's metal. Thought they were aluminum. I'm not sure. Well, something's rusting up in there. So again, I'm okay. Oh, I'll show you this real quick. I was down to pick this up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. A buddy had it, so might put it together for the wife. We'll see. I do need some parts of it for another project. So yeah, that's kind of hush hush project. So anyway, so my point is, when you guys are out traveling, just be careful. I was extremely careful when this happened. I mean, when I'm out, especially by myself, I always stop, look twice, look 2 or 3 times, but this happened so fast. He come up the wrong way over kind of up a hill and over, and it just, nothing I could do. I hit the brakes, honked the horn, and no response from him, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm okay. Like I said, my neck's still hurting a little bit, but that's to be expected. I hope it quits. And, yeah, I'm all right. If you guys got any questions or comments about anything I'm doing. On my Lightning parts, I was able to stop in Charlotte after the accident. That's a lot of where I kind of tinkered on the front end of the truck to try to make sure one of the ball joints wasn't bad or bent something out so I could actually make the trip. So I spent an hour up there at an O'Reilly's or an Advance or something underneath the truck, making sure nothing was bent or it was safe to drive, or at least drive slow to get it home. Gentleman up there hooked me up with some parts for my 95 Lightning project that I'm going to do here soon. Appreciate those parts. That's going to help tremendously for this project. It sucks it happens to my truck, but let me know y'all's thoughts. Would you want it fixed? Knowing it's a 9,800 mile 2023 model truck. I mean, I don't mind something being fixed as long as they can 100% fix it correctly. That don't bother me at all. You see the shit that I'm fixing. Granted, it's not brand new stuff, but when something's brand new and you're still paying for it, and you know that you just lost 25 or 30% to own it for however many more years, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But again, it's a vehicle. It's not a big deal. We'll find out once I get the estimates done this week what they say is wrong with the truck. The problem is, I find with these body shops now, a lot of these kids are younger that are doing this kind of work. They don't have the eye for some of this stuff that some people have, so some of them know what they're looking at. But we'll see. I got to take to a couple shops, see what they tell me, and we'll go from there. Again, I'm okay. Hope he's okay. He said he was breathing fine when the ambulance left, so I'm sure he's okay. But prayers go out to him, his family, and I hope all that works out. Again, this could have been way worse. It could have been a small car he hit with some kids in it, or mother and father and whole family. And I'm just glad they hit me. And I mean that sincerely. It sucks, but again, it's just a truck. We can replace that. Not a big deal. Again, anybody watching my channel, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't watched my channel before, watch my builds, please do so. I don't want to use this for content or whatever. I just want to tell you guys, when you're out traveling, be safe. Just watch out for people these days, because there's a lot of people out there that, sadly, they just don't give a shit about other people's safety or well-being or none of that stuff, and it really drives me crazy. But I'm glad I was by myself. Somebody else could have got hurt in my truck, and it was just me to worry about, and that's a good thing for me. But again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, today's Super Bowl Sunday. And again, you say bye, Baker? Yep. Say bye. Here she comes. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Yep. So that's Miss Baker's way of saying hi. So again, thanks for watching. Have a good day.